Isto para una aventura. Here goes nothing. Riding out of Manitou just before the sun comes up. Tunnel number 2 of 6, one of which is collapsed. There's light at the end of the tunnel. It's a beautiful morning. After about a mile, there's a collapsed tunnel that I'll go around. And then I think there's 2 more tunnels after that before I get to the junction with Old Stage Road. The collapsed tunnel. Then we've got 2 cabins and 4 acres for sale for $1,300,000. Have to be pretty nice cabins. Tunnel number 4. Tunnel number 5. We haven't reached the main junction with Old Stage Road yet. I thought there was a tunnel on the main road. Well, I made it to Cripple Creek, and I'm going to meet Nikki for lunch at the Maggie's restaurant, which is this place right here. Got about 47 miles from Manitou Springs. It's about 2 o'clock. I got a fan club in there. Got caught in the rain squall. That 3/4 of a mile was pretty hard from Shelf Road to her property. So she's putting up a fence for her dog, and also to keep the neighbor dogs out. It's definitely a mountainous property.
Yes, it is.
You got to pay your dues to get here.
Yeah. And hiking around, your knees really feel it.
Some pretty spectacular views. That's the road I bicycled up. It was only less than a mile, but there were 3 pretty steep hills I had to climb. So this is a nice site. So you can build here if you wanted to?
I can if I wanted to. The only thing is during the winter, there's no plowing on this road.
Oh.
As far as I know, they plow
Shelf Road,
because
yeah.
that's a county road, but it's low on the priority list, so it might be a day or 2 until it's plowed after a big snow if they've got a lot going on. I do want to build a couple things like an outdoor shower, and haul in like a bigger jug of water, just so that, you know, we don't have to go into town as often to resupply. And so I have everything basically that we'll need.
Does UPS deliver out here?
No, not yet. Only because technically I don't have an address that's recognizable.
Oh. So I'm just explaining to Nikki my bike kit. Getting ready to go. It's actually about 7:30. Getting ready to head out. Oh, there's the sun.
Nice cold morning.
Maybe we could do a selfie with the Then I was riding.
Yep, have fun.
Thank you, Nikki.
All right, have a safe trip.
Shelf Road. It's been downhill. Sometimes pretty steep. Of course, what goes down, it's got to come up. Finally breaking out in the sun. We have to stop and take off some of these clothes pretty soon. About 10 miles from Cripple Creek. Pretty impressive cliffs up there. Haven't seen any cars this morning on the road at all. Saw some campsites. So now I'm on the proper shelf portion of Shelf Road. I think it gets steeper and more precipitous. And Shelf Road continues. Pretty spectacular. Amazing road, and I've lived in Colorado for over 25 years and I've never been on this portion of Shelf Road. Tunnel! First tunnel since Gold Camp Road, Phantom Canyon Road. So I'm on Phantom Canyon Creek Road, now heading back towards Victor. I think I got about 20 miles of this road, mostly uphill. Garmin tells me I have 4,500 feet elevation gain to go. So this is what I get for all that fun downhill on Shelf Road. What goes down has got to go up in this world. Another tunnel. Tunnel number 2, Phantom Canyon Road. This is what's known as a steel bridge. It's the only bridge remaining from the Phantom Canyon Railroad that ran from Cripple Creek down to Florence from about 1894 till 1912. In 1912, there was a flash flood with a 30-foot high wall of water that came down and wiped out 6 of the 7 bridges. And after that, the railroad was abandoned because they had declining profits and they couldn't justify keeping it in operation. So they removed the tracks in 1915. Well, I stopped here for just a second. This would be an ideal campsite. I think I gotta go for at least another hour. And that extra hour might just get me to Victor. I think I found my campsite for tonight. I just saw a herd of about a dozen elk just the other side of the creek. Campsite looks good. Well, I'm ready to go. Campsite's all clear. It's about 6:30. Sun comes up at 6:45. As you can see, it's plenty light. I skipped Victor. I came up to the intersection with 81 and I looked at my map and I said, I'm just going to go over Victor Pass, get it over with.
I'm a hard-loving man, give it all to my woman every day. And she doesn't mind if I need a little time to get away. I'll get the door.
That tunnel I just went through is the only surviving tunnel from the Colorado Springs and Cripple Creek District Railroad. It was built around 1901. They went out of business in 1920, and then this guy Corley bought the railroad, removed the tracks, and made a mountain highway called the Corley Mountain Highway, which is now Gold Camp Road, which I'm going to ride all the way back to Manitou Springs. This is where Larry and I camped last year. I think it was October. It's a great campsite. It's just off of the Gold Camp Road near Clyde. You got a creek. Coming down Gold Camp Road, the closed portion. It's about noon. I've come about 32 miles on the day. There's Colorado Springs in the distance. I found a couple bars at a lookout point. They must have dropped off somebody's pack. And they're sealed, perfectly good. I just ate one. They're really good. Chocolate peanut butter. Well, the deed is done. Made it back home. Got about 52 miles on the watch today. So Gold Camp Road to Cripple Creek. Cripple Creek on the Shelf Road to Canyon City. Canyon City back up to Victor on the Phantom Canyon Road. And then back down Gold Camp Road all the way till I got to Colorado Springs. Now I'm just going to load my bike up on my cart, on my tram, send it upstairs. Instead of lugging up the 75 stairs, nice to have this tram. Can I lift it? With my 69-year-old muscles. Gotta make sure it's in the tram with nothing poking out on the edges. There we go. It's good to go. So it's roughly 150 miles in 3 days. That Gold Camp Road almost all the way downhill. Had to climb over Victor Pass, which was a pretty hardy climb.